Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Hello dear students, welcome to another lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the back exercises of my last Duchess written by Robert Browning for class 12th alternative English Nagaland Board. Now in my previous video, I had explained to you the entire poem, every line, every word was explained and it was summarized as well. So in this class, we are going to straight away move ahead to the discussion of its questions. So the first question is, what is the painting a metaphor of? Metaphor means what is that painting that we are talking about in this poem compared to? So we all know after having read and understood that poem that the painting is being compared to the last Duchess of the Duke. So the wife of the Duke was the one that painting represented or talked about. Okay, what are the circumstances under which the Duke and the envoy meet? What was the situation that forced the Duke and the envoy, the messenger, to meet each other? So we have again read that the envoy was the messenger of a count who had sent the proposal of his daughter's wedding for the Duke, and that is the reason why the envoy had come to meet the Duke, carrying or bringing along the proposal sent by his master for his daughter's wedding. Okay. Use any 5 adjectives to describe the character of the Duke. So what are the 5 adjectives that we can use to describe the character of the Duke? So we can say the Duke was cruel, he was jealous, he was proud, he was arrogant, as well as he was highly ruthless. Okay, or selfish. So there are so many words that you can think of for the Duke. What is the significance of the reference to the statue of Neptune by the Duke? So why was the statue of Neptune referred to by the Duke at the end of the poem? So the Duke had basically referred to the statue of Neptune at the end of this poem to boast about his honor. He wanted to tell the Count that the Klaus of Innsbruck had specifically crafted that statue in bronze for him. So the only purpose behind him conveying the same to the Count was to convey or to showcase to him how proud and arrogant he was of his name. You know, remember he has mentioned that he had a 900-year-old family. So he wanted to bring forth the honor that he felt was connected, was associated with his name and his family. Okay. So we've discussed the 4th question also. Let us move on to the next question, which says, explain the following lines with reference to the context. A heart, how shall I say, too soon made glad, too easily impressed, she liked whatever. She looked on and her looks went everywhere. So what does too soon made glad mean? So too soon made glad means that according to the Duke, the Duchess could be made happy or could be impressed very easily by anyone and everyone. Does the Duke view his Duchess favorably in these lines? Do you think the Duke is speaking very positively or very highly of his wife in these lines? Certainly no. These lines very clearly showcase the kind of hatred and jealousy he had in his heart for his wife, because he disliked when his wife would treat everyone with equality. So he did not approve of it at all. The next RTC, it says, or blush at least, she thanked men, good, but thanked somehow, I know not how, as if she ranked my gift of a 900 years old name with anybody's gift. Who'd stoop to blame? So why is the speaker displeased woman being referred to? Now, first of all, the woman who's being referred to in these lines is the Duchess. And why was the speaker, that is the Duke, displeased, unhappy with his wife? Because according to him, she thanked everyone, she treated everyone with a lot of respect and happiness, no matter how, honorable or how common the person may be. He has specifically expressed his discontent over the view that he belonged to a 900-year-old family, and despite that, his wife treated him in the same manner she treated any other people around her. So this was the major reason for him being unhappy with his wife. What do these lines tell us about the character of the Duke? So what can we say about the character of the Duke? We can very clearly make out that the Duke was highly arrogant. He was proud of his family name, and he did not like when his wife treated everybody with equality. He expected to be treated with respect and honor. And as per the last line, he did not believe in stooping. He did not believe in bending low in front of anyone. Okay, let us move on to the next question. Paint a picture of the Duke based on the poem. So a character sketch of the Duke. We have discussed it already. We know that the Duke was highly arrogant, proud, ruthless. He got his wife killed only on the account of his wife's fairness and his wife's equality that she showcased in front of everyone. He did not like it when his wife treated everyone with respect, when she was made happy by the smallest of things, and the biggest and the most precious things did not make her that happy as he expected her to be. Moreover, we have also seen that he associated some sort of an illegitimate relationship between the last Duchess as well as Fra Pandolf. According to him, they were in an affair, and that was the reason why he got his wife murdered. So we can very clearly make out the kind of eccentric person he was. He was totally crazy, weird. Okay. Why does the Duke appear to be unhappy with the last Duchess? So the Duke was unhappy with the last Duchess because he did not like it when his wife treated everybody with equality, when she was pleased or impressed by the smallest of things and did not pay much heed to the expensive gifts that were gifted to her by the Duke, and also the fact that she smiled at everybody. What is the impression that the Duke is trying to create the Duchess in the eyes of the audience? Now, this is a very smart question. After reading the poem, what do you think? What is the kind of impression that the Duke is trying to create of the Duchess? So, the Duke has portrayed the last Duchess as a woman whose character can be, whose character was spoiled according to him. He has portrayed her to be a woman who could be pleased by anyone and who, was happy with a lot of people around her. So basically, he has portrayed a very tainted, character of the last Duchess through the lines that he's written in this book. Explain the theme of the appearance versus the reality in the poem. Theme appearance versus reality. How the Duke has portrayed the poem and what actually happens in the poem. So we all know that the Duke has portrayed the last Duchess as a woman who did not have a very good character. But in reality, we, after reading the poem, can make out that the Duchess was a very just, fair lady who believed in treating everybody with equality. And she was a woman who did not pay or did not attach much importance to the valuables, to the important jewels and the precious stones, and liked everything that was gifted to her with respect and with love. So, on one hand, where the Duke has portrayed her image to be highly, something that cannot be respected, the Duchess actually seems to be just the other way around. How does the poet use the theme of power in the poem? Now, the Duke has certainly been portrayed as a very powerful man of the society because he got his wife murdered on account of the fact that he doubted his wife was in an affair with Fra Pendolf. Just because Fra Pendolf was able to paint her picture with such beauty, he had that nagging doubt in his mind. B, he did not like when his wife treated everyone with equality. C, he was so arrogant that he did not like to stoop down or to tell his wife where she was going wrong. So that was the reason why he finally decided to get his wife murdered at the end. And this is a clear picture, a clear showcase of power in the poem. Okay. Yes. So discuss and think. This is going to entirely depend upon your opinions. That is the reason why the discuss and think section is given in your literature chapters and poems. So the first question says, the Duke is brutally honest with the Count's envoy. The Duke told everything to the Count's envoy, even revealing that he was the one who got his wife killed. Do you think in his way of conveying a message as to the kind of behavior he will expect from his new wife, or does he think himself above the law? So why do you think he expressed everything in front of the messenger? A, because he considered himself to be even above the law. He thought that he was the most powerful man and there was nobody who could betray him, nobody who could surpass him. Or was it the reason that by telling the Count, he was conveying a message to his future wife as to the kind of attitude he expected from her? So what do you think was the reason behind it? I would say it was both. We have seen that he was highly arrogant. So yes, he was certainly boasting about his power. That is why he also mentioned about that bronze statue of Neptune at the end. And of course, he was trying to convey through the Count a message to his future wife that she needs to be very mindful and careful of her ways and, conveying to her the reasons why he got his first wife killed so that she does not practice anything like that herself. So both the things I would say are being justified well by the Duke. What does the poem tell us about the women, the position of women in society in that age? So yes, the poem very clearly tells us that in that age, the women in the society were not respected. They did not have any power. They were always subdued by their husbands, by their, by the other male family members in the family. And then we have also seen that a woman who was so fair and just, like the last Duchess, had to be killed or had to forego her life just because she was fair. So by being good, just because she was good, she was killed. So that clearly shows that the women of that society simply had to go by the the whims and the fancies, the wishes, the desires of her husband, and did not have any right to do anything of their choice. So with this, my dear students, we come to the end of the discussion of the back exercises of this poem. I believe that this poem is clear to you now because it has been explained to you, the summary, the back exercises, everything have been discussed with you. So I'm going to pause here and we'll see you all now in my next lecture.